Breaking news now at 8. Police making arrests hours after the massive No Kings protest in downtown L.A. Right now, the LAPD is on tactical alert, blocking roads and making arrests. Good evening. I'm Liz Nagy.
And I'm Jory Rand. Thanks for sticking around after hockey. Chaos erupting outside the Federal Detention Center, where we've seen so many face-offs in the last year between protesters and federal agents since the start of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. The chaos today unfolding hours after the latest No Kings protest in downtown L.A.
Nationwide, No Kings organizers are touting this as the largest single-day nonviolent protest in modern American history. An estimated 8 million people turned out at demonstrations across the country. For the most part, things have stayed peaceful here across Southern California. The largest demonstration was in downtown L.A.
But tonight we are seeing that small group of agitators facing off with agents outside the federal complex. Eyewitness News reporter Madison Weil is live in downtown L.A., joining us now with what's unfolding at this hour. Madison.
Jory and Liz, well, it's unfortunate that what started as a very peaceful protest has turned into this. At this hour, we're still seeing a heavy police presence, although it has cleared out a bit from what we saw earlier. As you can see, about a dozen police cars lined up here on Alameda near Aliso downtown, and police still staged in tactical gear to ensure this area stays safe after what unfolded at the very tail end of this protest. Yeah, here's that moment of unrest. Several agitators began throwing objects at the Metropolitan Detention Center. Police eventually confiscating items from the crowd and using tear gas to get this skirmish under control. That was around 5:30 p.m. And I will say we did see some of these agitators come prepared, wearing respirators, anticipating this moment. We saw more than a dozen people ultimately get detained as police shut down Alameda between Arcadia and Temple. At this hour, a dispersal order in place. And it does seem like police have things under control. We also, of course, want to show you what this looked like earlier this afternoon. Like I said, a very peaceful protest, tens of thousands of people taking to the streets. Gathering near City Hall, we heard from dozens of speakers, people then marching through downtown. It was a very diverse crowd with very diverse reasons for showing up today.
I'm out here today because I spent 4 years in the Army turning around trying to fight what's happening in our country right now. You've got somebody that is in total power, that is overriding our Constitution.
I feel like our administration is currently taking us down a path of fascism, and I feel like it's destroying our democracy.
It's a chance to actually physically engage, to be together and realize that there are a lot of like-minded people.
So again, police are asking people to avoid this area. You guys can hear the sirens right now. I do believe we're seeing a few more people getting detained at this hour. I can tell you we can still smell some of that lingering tear gas, and these street closures are still in effect. Police, no doubt, proactively working at this hour to keep people off these streets and off of the nearby freeways like we've seen in previous moments of unrest like this. We'll send it back to you guys in studio, Jory and Liz.
Yeah, Madison, we can see that phalanx of cars making their way through. Are there protesters that you can see right now, or are they able to clear everybody out from where you are? If you can even hear us with the sirens blaring.
Yes, sorry guys, it is difficult to hear, but I believe just down here we were seeing a few more people getting detained at this hour. This is where earlier this afternoon we saw more than a dozen people being taken into custody. And you know what, guys, we're going to have to send it back to you guys in studio. We're having a security issue right now.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Madison, thank you for that. We will check back in when we can. Now, downtown L.A. wasn't the only location that we saw No Kings protests against the Trump administration. They've been happening today in neighborhoods all across Southern California. We have video from a march and rally in Pasadena today. One demonstrator there telling us the news coming out of Washington gives her an uneasy feeling every day.
Every morning I wake up and I feel like I have a low-grade fever. It's hard to stomach what's going on in Washington and around the world. I think we're all just longing to have our voice heard. You feel like there's not much you can do, but this is something in community we feel we can do together, and hopefully our voice will be heard.
Demonstrators in Pasadena marched from Pasadena College to City Hall.
We have to fight for our democracy. We have to get it back.
In Orange County, a crowd gathered in Huntington Beach, which is typically a conservative stronghold here in Southern California. Demonstrators lined the streets around the pier holding signs supporting immigrants and protesting President Trump.
We don't need no kings today. We don't need no kings.
And now to the Inland Empire, where the No Kings rally there took on a more festive atmosphere in Riverside. Protesters took over the corner of Market Street and University Avenue, waving signs, singing and chanting. They denounced everything from the Trump administration's immigration enforcement tactics to the war with Iran.
Lots of honking in solidarity as cars pass by this demonstration in Claremont. Protesters we spoke with there say they refuse to remain silent, urging anyone who disagrees with the administration right now to speak up. They say the cost of living has skyrocketed over the last year and they don't want their tax dollars paying for a war with Iran.